Latest on a tornado warning here in Los Animas County. Now, a storm capable of producing a tornado. We don't have a report of anything on the ground, but this goes until 6:45. It's just to the south of Model.
Jeff, say it isn't so. I love snow, but not when I'm trying to get somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Of all the times.
Wait a minute. You talking about so for here or DIA? Because DIA is technically out of my jurisdiction. I'm just messing with you. What we're looking at here is flannel mullein. Comes all the way from Eurasia, and you know, it looks like a weed here, but can actually serve to hold water in from charred ground. We've got the 38 special here for Black Forest, so a lot of us here in Calhan will be holding on loosely. If we don't get any measurable snow today, that'll be a record. Now, we did get that trace on November 17th. That certainly didn't escape our attention, but here's the reading we have to have for the airport to sign off on it and say we have our first measurable snow. Temperatures will be mixed as the kids scurry off to school tomorrow. Bundle them up. Temperatures will be in the 20s. Now, that's without the wind chills. And then 40 degrees for the ride home. So not much movement in Mercury tomorrow after this first big cool down. Now around town, lighter snow. Still some snow going on along Highway 24. The latest installment of snow is across Pueblo and the Arkansas River valleys. We take you street level right around Ohio where they've been inundated with a lot of rain. And that will affect some voter turnout, as you know. Ohio, really, what is it? Election days, World Series, it's got to rain? Oh, man. All right. You'll find so many varieties across these 40 acres, like this Meat of Soul, Pueblo chili, Spanish for facing the sun. Heads up, a severe thunderstorm warning, a new one now. That cell was right around the Fort Carson area to the south of the Springs. It's jogged a little bit further to the south, and a new severe thunderstorm warning until 7:15, and right here into the heaviest part of it around Security. Ping-pong size hail reported with that as that continues to travel to the south right around 20 miles per hour. But wanted to get you in here. All right, so it's between Fort Carson and Security, right about mile marker 134, I believe, right around this area here along I-25, so keep that in mind. But another cell looks to get going that will affect Pueblo West if it keeps up at its current rate right now, as we see it hitting Pueblo West at 6:48. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time for the Woe Factor. All right, so what are you thinking about October? Were we hotter?
Way hotter.
It was very warm. Hotter than usual.
Very warm. Yes, both answers are correct. As we get ready to go to the Bose route. Look at this. A little over 73 for the average mean, okay? Wow. Normally we'd be about 63. The hottest, 86 back on the 15th. But take a look at this. Here are the top 4 warmest Octobers. 2016. Missed it by just a little bit more than a degree. As we transition out of this El Nino, we've hit our peak heat. Now, for the start of it, the storm track, the southern branch, to the south, delivering most of the precip to our south, and on its way, bringing adequate moisture for record snow across the southwest mountains and, of course, Southern California. Well, as those ocean waters cool, the cooler ocean waters are going to send the storm track just a little bit further to the north, bringing more moisture here to our area. And the bottom line, leading to some areas of heavy rain is how it's setting up for this spring. But our next batch of some snow here in Teller County looks to be in here on Tuesday. You know, and we haven't talked about that in so long. It's a little exciting for all of us in the weather department. We're all placing bets and putting chips on the table.
Exciting for everybody in the newsroom, too.
Well, but
snow in the forecast.
One thing not to gamble is any sort of winter weather, no matter how small. And we are looking at a little bit of that, and we haven't had any for a long time.
Right.
The monsoon rolled back into the valley with a vengeance today, bringing heavy rains and enveloping roads with that thick cloud of dust.
We've had some heavy rains, but thankfully none of that.
Thankfully none of that, but it is part of the family of all of that as that monsoon push comes in. You saw what happens in Phoenix is it's too dry to get anything going, so it just grabs the dust and pushes it along its path. And then also the tropic-like moisture with that can hold a lot more than, say, your regular rain, and we're dealing with just a little taste of that here the next couple of days. Come on in and take a look at this gorgeous sunset that we have for you looking towards Pikes Peak, that little glow just over the horizon, and not a cloud to be found. You couldn't even buy one today. 54 degrees our temperature right now as we've got the mid-50s of the south, upper 40s though being being found in and around Leadville. So here's where we're going. Again, clear as a bell overnight tonight. Temperatures not quite as cold either as we go down to the 40s early on. A few spots venturing to that freezing mark, though, just for a time, but no freeze warnings in effect. Got more warm temperatures for you. Yes, we'll continue to be spoiled by sunshine. Full week's worth just ahead.